Tonight on the news, Anambra Governor Soludo receives award for humanitarian services in Abuja. Anambra government reassures commitment in protection of girl child. ASU to call off 8-month-old strike soon. New Zealand proposes farm animal tax to curb emissions. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, maintenance of the Anambra state economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the tax ahead. Good evening and welcome to the news. My name is Chidima Orangwa. Anambra indigenous members of St. Paul's Anglican Church in Nyanya, Abuja have presented an award of recognition for humanitarian services to Governor Chukwuma Soludo. Receiving the award on behalf of the governor, a senior executive officer in the Abuja liaison office, Mrs. Nkechi Okechukwu Ichoko, asked the church to always pray for Anambra State, as it is only through prayers she can surmount all challenges. ABS Abuja Bureau Chief Ekwi Ajide now completes this report.
The governor of the society is presently facing a myriad of challenges, including cash crunch, insecurity and flooding, but with prayers and determination of purpose, things can change for good for the citizenry. He reminded them that governance is not for government alone, but will fare better if all hands are on deck.
Going through a lot, ranging from insecurity to financial challenges and a lot of things. All your work, good next year in the now by this time next year, everything I can go down. And I have been in a big way. Thank you.
In his speech, the chairman, Anambra State Indigenes of St. Paul's, Nyanya, Engineer Godwin Ikebwaku, said they started the association to assist in uplifting the church and catering for the welfare of their members. He stated that the award was in recognition of what the governor had done in Anambra State within a short while in his tenure and implored him to remain steadfast in the discharge of his duties so that Anambra will remain the envy of other states.
20th anniversary of our existence in this church and the end of year get-together ceremony today, to glorify the Almighty God for keeping us far. In 2010, few individuals of Anambra State in this church came together and formed this union for interactions and cross-publication, promotion of ideas for their well-being.
Earlier at the church service that preceded the 20th anniversary celebration, Venerable Samuel Nweze, who spoke on the harvest of restoration and sustainability, said that oftentimes afflictions come upon Christians as a result of sins.
Our sins, our shortcomings, our misdoings have allowed this great enemy to come and begin to eat our health. The glory to God, he said that today he will restore your health. That sickness, God said He will restore your health. Because He said He sent His word and His word healed us.
High point was Thanksgiving by Anambra, among others. In Abuja, Princess Ekwi Ajide, ABS News.
Anambra State Women and Social Welfare Commissioner Honorable Ife Obinabo is assured of state government's commitment in ensuring protection of physical and mental wellness of Anambra girl child. This she stated in an interview to mark the 2022 International Day of the Girl Child. Correspondent Chidima Ikanyong reports.
A member contributing to the debate.
We apologize for that mix-up. 4 out of 10 villages that make up Ibariam, Anambra East Council area have been submerged by flood. Ibariam, an agrarian community alongside other riverine areas of the state, every year experience flooding when either of Omambala or Ezo rivers, tributaries of river, overflow from their banks. Many houses in Anekum, Ogogwetiti, Ubaru, Obidi and Catholic zone are underwater. Some houses are already covered completely by flood, while in some the flood have been in lintel. Amanasa Primary School and some part of St. Anthony's Catholic Parish, Ibariam, are also totally submerged. ABS crew met residents evacuating their belongings amidst tears and lamentations. Correspondent Amaka Chibuzokoye reports.
Displaced persons dumped their possessions along the road and bemoaned the destruction of farmlands, livestock, aquatic plants, and other sources of livelihood. Speaking, the President General Ibariam Progressive Union IPU, Dr. Chris Ofokansin, frowned at the devastation of the flood and appealed for the dredging of River Niger to contain flood when dams are opened. Dr. Ofokansin, who assured that the IPU will do all within its power to shelter their displaced subjects, called on the governments at all levels to come to their aid as they are exposed to health hazards and other difficulties.
Three players of Anambra State Scrabble Team who recently qualified to represent Nigeria in Zambia in the forthcoming African Scrabble Championship are seeking for 3 million naira sponsorship from good-spirited individuals and groups to enable them participate in the competition. The players, Messrs. Ajulechukwu Okabwe, Chinedu Thopi and Chijoke Ezul Ilike, disclosed their position in the competition when they paid a visit to the managing director of Anambra Broadcasting Service, Chido Obidiego. Government House correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo has details.
The players would lose the opportunity to represent Nigeria in the competition holding on the 21st through 24th of this month if they do not receive assistance. One of the players, Mr. Thorpe, explained that players of Anambra State Scrabble Team have over the years won several trophies in the game outside the shores of the country, saying that representing Nigeria this time would be an opportunity to make Anambra State and Nigeria proud, and appealed to people of goodwill to sponsor them, explaining that they have less than 8 days from now to make payments for the travel.
Going to Zambia has been made a bit open. The national body is sponsoring 10 players. Those who placed 1 to 10 at the qualifier held in Abuja 2 weeks ago. But after that, they announced that anyone who could get the finances together, 1 million naira for each player, could go and play for Nigeria in Zambia. So that is why we are now making the appeal for 3 million naira, 1 million naira for Ajilichuku, 1 million naira for me, 1 million naira for Dennis, for 3 of us to go to Zambia. And the competition is taking place from the 21st to the 24th of October.
Contributing another player, Mr. Okabwe pointed out that Nigeria is rated first in Scrabble game across the globe and that they are prepared to improve on the status of the country in the game if they will receive the needed support, and described Scrabble as the fundamental thing for any child who wants to improve intellectually, as the game deals with English spellings and mathematics. Responding, the managing director of ABS, Sachido, who congratulated the team for qualifying for the tournament, called on the Anambra and other Nigerians to come to their aid and make their efforts and preparations for the competition fruitful. Sachido reminded them of the need to win the competition when giving the needed support, saying that they are to represent not just Nigeria, but first-class governor of Anambra State, Professor Chuma Soludo, and the entire Anambra, who are known for excellence.
The pride you will have for this competition, it's one thing to qualify. Competition is another thing to go there to win, not to be counted among those that came for the competition. In Anambra State, we have always, strive to be the first in everything we do.
In Oka, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo reporting for.
The Anambra State Commander National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, Mrs. Judith Ibadin, says the life of an average Anambra child is being threatened by human traffickers whose nefarious activities are taking a new dimension in the state. She stated this at the State Secretariat, Oka. The state NAPTIP also said the traffickers recruit young girls from the locality for prostitution in foreign countries, while illegal migration is on the high side. She also listed harvesting of organs and selling of babies, constant defilement of underage girls by religions, and some of the evil practices that have become the order of the day. Mrs. Ibatin said that the aim for inaugurating the State Task Force on Human Trafficking in 2020 in the state is to replicate and domesticate at state level the success attained at the national level, the fight against the human trafficking, which she described as a global concern. The state NAPTIP commander called on stakeholders to show commitment, stressing that the training of members will equip them to face the challenges in the discharge of their duties. The state commander, who is also the co-chairman of the state task force and the work plan of the team for 2022-2023, is waiting for approval from the state government. Earlier, the State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Professor Silva Ifemeje, said that the adoption of new measures in the fight against human trafficking will go a long way in stamping out the menace in the state. According to the Commissioner, the fight against human trafficking is a flagship project of the present administration in Anambra State. She said that there is need for an intensive enlightenment program through radio jingles so that the rural dwellers will not fall prey to the antics of human traffickers. The president of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, Professor Emmanuel Osodeke, has said that the union will soon call off its 8-month-old strike. Osodeke said this at a meeting with the leadership of the House of Representatives in Abuja. He further hoped that the intervention by the leadership of the House will be the final for the sake of students, adding that ASU's struggle was for the educational and university system in the country. He said that Nigerian universities should also be paid in hard currencies for attracting foreign students, while expressing worry over some good lecturers that were leaving the country. The Speaker of the House of Reps, Femi Gbajabiamila, said that the intervention by the leadership of the House was fruitful. Gbajabiamila also said that the meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari was far-reaching. He said that the leadership of the House were able to ensure that all the demands of ASU in terms of revitalization and salaries, among others, had been provided for in the 2023 budget. New Zealand's government has proposed taxing the greenhouse gases that farm animals make from burping and peeing as part of a plan to tackle climate change. The government said the farm levy announced on Tuesday will be a world first, and farmers should be able to recoup the cost by charging more for climate-friendly products. Nearly half of New Zealand's total greenhouse gas emissions come from agriculture, which was previously exempted from the country's emissions trading scheme. New Zealand's Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern said the proposed will make New Zealand farmers not only the best in the world, but the best for the world. The plan proposes prices for long-lived gases such as carbon dioxide be set annually based on domestic emission prices for other sectors, while the price for biogenic methane will be calculated on advice from the Climate Commission. The proposal will provide financial incentives for farmers to use technology to limit sheep and cow burps, while the money farmers pay for their emissions will be reinvested in the sector. Announced sports. The Flamingos will begin their campaign at the ongoing India 2022 FIFA Under-17 Women World Cup today with a tough group game against Germany. It is one of the toughest games of the opening day of the competition, which will kick off with the hosts taking on giant United States at the Kalinga Stadium in Bubanishwa. Nigeria's Group B game against Germany, second match of the zone, will hold at Pandit Jawaharlal Stadium in Goa from 8 p.m. Indian time, which is 4 p.m. in Nigeria. The biennial competition for the world's teenage girl child, launched in New Zealand in 2008, did not take place in the year 2020 as a result of coronavirus pandemic. Africa's other representatives, Morocco and Tanzania, also have their work cut out, with Morocco playing host India, USA and Brazil in Group A, while Tanzania are up against Japan, Canada and France in Group D cup holders. Spain heads Group C, that also include defending vice champions Mexico, Colombia and China. Remember that you can follow ABS from any parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now the main points again. Anambra Governor Soludo has received award for humanitarian services in Abuja. Anambra government has reassured commitment in protection of girl child. ASU is to call off the 8-month-old strike soon. And we also told the on the foreign team that New Zealand has proposed a farm animal tax to curb emissions. Here's a special message once again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround the maintenance of the Anambra state economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the tax ahead. And that's it on the news tonight. Many thanks for joining us. My name is Chidimma Oranwa. Good night.